start again. It's a rich thing.
What's going on, everyone? Jason here from Mystical Tomes, and today I'm going to be doing a reaction video on 13 scary ghost videos caught on tape. So let's just jump right in here and see what we got going on here.
A single ghost sighting can change your life forever. Many of these people were skeptics until they caught a ghost on tape and were never the same again. Number 13. A YouTuber named Talk to Trending records a ghost video in Tamil, India at a haunted fort. An extremely powerful spirit is said to reside here, and the ghost hunters can't resist the chance to explore the abandoned building for paranormal traces.
நான் என்னோட கேமராமேன்ட்ட போறேன். நான் இங்க தனியா நின்னுட்டு இருக்கேன். சுத்தி சத்தம் இருக்கு.
You guys see that? I mean, you probably saw it in the previous thing, but I actually got to see it in more detail. But no, this is why you don't fuck with shit. But yet, I'm going to be going to haunted locations in my other YouTube channel. That makes sense. So that's fucking terrifying.
As they talk more about the haunted place, a ghostly apparition materializes behind them. It looks to be in the shape of a person wearing robes from head to toe, and when it moves out of sight, the ghost hunter looks over his shoulder where it would have been. I think this could be his paranormal sixth sense kicking in to keep him safe, but this could also simply be the way his flashlight plays against the stone wall behind him. Although it's weird that it takes such a human-like shape, tell me what explanation you think is true. Number 12.
I think that's
a woman feels sorry for her cat because
I think that was a stone wall, just because the texture behind it, it didn't look transparent. It looked like it was a stone wall, and then how he moved, it looked like it moved at the same time. It was either that or it was a trick of the light, which really screwed with my eyes on that. So you guys tell me what you thought on that one in the comment section down below.
As it recently lost its best friend, she begins recording a Snapchat after she notices her cat is meowing, like it's looking for its companion, and feels sorry for the little guy. That's when she accidentally records something terrifying.
Nope.
The head of a shadow figure peeks out from the foot of her.
Nope. I would not be in that fucking place at all. I would burn the fucking house down. If I saw that, I'd be out of that fucking, I'd be out of the house.
Bed. Just before her Snapchat ends, her only remaining cat is all white, so that's not it, and nobody else is in the house with her. The size of this shadow figure's head looks small, more like an animal than a person, so maybe this was the cat she recently lost, which happens to be a black cat, by the way. To me, it looks like it wants to climb into bed with her, just like it always has, and perhaps the other cat was meowing not out of loneliness, but because its friend is back again. Seeing how she claims to have felt watched all week, I'd say
it's an amazing story unto itself. So far, so good. It's getting me chills, like, really badly, so.
Say it's a strong possibility. Number 11. Baba Singh is riding at night when he sees a fluttering figure in white robes at the side of the road. Tell me what he says here at 55 seconds upon contact.
Oh bhai! Oh bhai! Oh bhai! Oh bhai!
It looks like it could be a ghost with its back turned to him and possibly floating in midair.
It looked like a person with a bed sheet on, or it looked like a witch about to start levitating from the ground, which would make sense if there was such a thing. I haven't seen one, so I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50 on there. So yeah, it looked like just someone wearing a bed sheet that got stuck in a bush. But you guys, again, tell me what you think in the comment section down below. I might be wrong.
Perhaps at the very same spot where its life concluded, but I'm not sure. Let me know if you think this video from India is a real ghost sighting or just an encounter with a person dressed in all white.
Exactly.
Number 10.
Exactly what I'm saying.
A strange white mist in a messy living room in San Francisco has the YouTube community crying paranormal. Whatever this is, it seems like it heads into the light and then abruptly disappears. I've seen a lot of paranormal CCTV videos, and I've never seen anything that looks or moves like this before. It can't be dust because it has two separate parts that move as one. So tell me what you think this is. A real ghost or something else completely different?
I think that, I mean, that's very good. That's very convincing. I don't know what that might be. On the smaller part and the body on the other side, or it could just be really good CGI. You guys let me know.
Number 9. A person is paying their respects in the cemetery when a haunted figure emerges behind them. Look closely, and at 20 seconds you can see the specter lean forward and reach out for him before pulling back and withdrawing into the woods. If this is not edited, then it almost looks like the spirit is trying to provide some kind of comfort to someone who is mourning their loss, or maybe they are attempting a possession. It's hard to say which. After a while, the mysterious figure loses shape and completely fades away into a shapeless mist. Real paranormal ghost sighting in the cemetery, or just computer-generated effects, you tell me. Number 8. This infrared video from 2008, taken by a ghost hunting squad in South Dakota called the SPCTR, details paranormal evidence at an abandoned house haunted by the spirit of a child. A mysterious figure peers around the corner at the end of the dark hallway. If you ask the SPCTR team, but I'm not so sure. The figure doesn't seem very tall and has shoulder-length hair. If you look closely at 18 seconds, so maybe this was a little ghost girl in the hallway after all. If this is fake, then one of the paranormal investigators is crouched down to make themselves look like a kid. Tell me if you think this paranormal evidence is legit, or if this was a made-up sighting from the early days of YouTube. Number 7. A social security office is a pretty strange building to be haunted, but a YouTuber named Joshua Bragg is convinced, after capturing 2 of the scariest moments on CCTV video, that he still cannot explain.
Back up a little bit, there it goes, down here in the corner. It's not a bug, people. I don't know what this is. I always know that there's a ghost in this place. So creepy.
I was thinking this dark orb-like figure was an insect, except here's the thing. Joshua has seen the same figure before on a different security camera, in a different room, on a different night. Last time it went out the back entrance and walked across the parking lot in a straight line.
Right here. That is no bug.
No, it is not. That is not.
That is no bug.
I think he's right, because an insect walking across should look like a solid black shape. Whatever this is looks translucent, and is therefore most likely something paranormal. Number 6. A YouTuber named Godiva calls this a bizarre sighting caught on camera, and he's definitely right. The slow-moving shadow figure grows larger as it extends over this house. It's all caught on their home CCTV system, and it's a creepy moment for sure, but tell me if it's a formless shadow person or some sort of insect.
I'm hoping it's
Number 5. A YouTuber named KShizzle27 is playing with his dogs when he decides it's time for them to go outside.
hell no.
Watch what happens in the doorway when he turns around.
You guys wanna go pee-pee? Okay, let's go pee-pee. Come on, guys. Go.
White glowing eyes peer out from a dark room. I was wondering why the dogs didn't sense anything, because canines are usually very sensitive to the paranormal, but upon closer inspection I think they actually do react to whatever is in the dark room. At 27 seconds, one of the dogs does seem to briefly look up at the eyes, but doesn't think much of it. The second dog freezes under its gaze and shakes itself off in front of the darkened doorway.
But, yeah, if it was some type of animal or some kind of thing, they would be moving. They would always be moving. They'd stop, look at them like that, and they wouldn't back down. But if they're just staying stationary in one place, and the dog didn't even look like it reacted. I think it was just it had like an itch or something. But again, that's just my honest opinion, but it's really hard to make sure, because if there's more interaction with the animals looking at that, I don't know. That's really, really hard to say. I'm really not quite sure. You guys let me know. What do you think this is? It might be.
It's a passing chill, just like we humans do. But that's not all. One of the dogs is barking at something, like it sees an intruder in the home, and a shadow figure briefly steps out of the room, then quickly goes back inside. This could be special effects, but since both dogs have a reaction that's difficult if not impossible to fake, I think this ghost sighting is real, and that room is most definitely haunted.
I don't know, man.
Number 4. Check out one of the scariest things caught on CCTV video at this haunted restaurant. It's a quiet Wednesday evening with hardly any customers and only a few employees clocked in. No one is nearby when this glass lurches forward in a jerky movement, so subtle that it's hard to see. The manager zooms in because they can't believe what they are seeing, and sure enough, 4 seconds later, the
Well, yeah, I couldn't imagine seeing that either. You gotta imagine that. Like, it's in super slow motion, and then they're probably thinking, oh, it's just a trick of the light, or there's a glitch in the camera feed or something, and all of a sudden it leaves the lip of the island of the bar, or the counter of the bar, and it fucking flips over like that. Of course they're gonna flip out. They're probably gonna have to do 4 or 5 takes to make sure they verify what they saw.
glass moves by itself again and tips over. They think a ghost moved the object, but I'm not so sure. I know if the bottom was wet, then condensation could have made it move across the counter
like
on
that,
its
it would.
own. So is this a ghost moving objects, or just basic physics in action? The CCTV moment is too creepy for me to easily decide. Number 3. A YouTuber named Shannon Griffin recorded this short scene as part of an amateur film he was working on. One of his friends, Rachel, goes into the alley and the scene ends. It seems simple enough, but look at the bottom left for a weird surprise. The swaying shadow is not supposed to be part of the shot. Later, when Shannon was editing the footage, he was terrified by the strange discovery because nobody was standing off camera there. It's not a tree in the wind because these plants in the foreground don't move at all, while this shadow figure sways wildly.
Yeah,
The only
almost looks like
explanation
he's
I have,
stabbing
assuming that they are telling the truth to begin with, is
Yeah,
maybe some nosy neighbor was watching them from a window and cast their shadow on the sidewalk below, but the way the shadow moves is so odd that I don't think this is it at all. So maybe it was
It looks like
paranormal.
someone stabbing somebody.
Number 2.
It either looked like 2 things with that motion doing that. It looked like either 1, someone is sweeping something, or 2, someone's getting violently stabbed in the alley. That's what it looked like. That's the only 2 things I can think of with a hand gesture like that, or violently stabbing someone like that. I don't know. It looks like someone's getting stabbed, and that's what happened.
A Syrian man cries out amidst the destruction of his city and accidentally summons something. At least that's what a number of channels in the Arabic-speaking community are saying about this alleged jinn sighting caught on camera. The figure mysteriously appears at 4 minutes and 59 seconds and walks across the background for 5 full seconds before disappearing again. The strange video recently went viral, and I wanted to get your opinion.
I don't know. If that is real and it's in broad daylight and it's moving that quick, I don't know, man. That's some negative energy coming right across there. Of course, your city got destroyed. That's going to create a lot of negative energy and sad energy, so it's going to manifest itself or something. But that's crazy. I wouldn't be able to tell you if that's CGI or not, but if they did, that was one hell of a job they did on CGI. I don't know, man.
On if it's real or fake. In my opinion, when you zoom in, you can see some blurring around the shadow figure, like it was possibly edited in. I'm not an expert though, so tell me if you think the grainy video is the result of a cheap camera and on a train awakes to find someone staring at him in a weird way. A ghost in the window to be precise. The pale figure doesn't move, supposedly locking eyes with the passenger, who at this point is beyond creeped out, feels watched, and thinks this is some scary stuff to wake up to. When zoomed in, it could be the reflection of something inanimate, though of what I'm not so sure. Whatever it is, the transparent outline of a face is still visible nonetheless. If you still can't see it, look on the right side of the window and you'll see a weird face with a long, narrow nose and all black eyes.
Bro, it's the reflection of the pole in the angle. If they're having a super long nose, I'm not discrediting anything. I'm just saying, like, you have the I'm a huge believer in the paranormal, but then I have to also take it as a rational mindset and have to debunk it as much as I possibly can, otherwise I can't debunk it no more. Then yes, I can believe that. But if you're going to say it looks like a face with a super long nose, I think it's the reflection of the pole and the background around the pole to create that face. Could just be me, but again,
is pressed against the glass. I assume the person who caught this on camera takes this train often and has never seen anything like this before. So what could
Looks
this
like a pole
strange
right in the
sighting
middle.
be?
Hey, if you guys like this video, hit the like and subscribe button. That way I can do more reaction videos. And I'll see you guys in the next video.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.